Shalom, Shalom, Israel, coming back with another video. Give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. Shalom, Shalom. And like the brothers that I learned from, they say we living in exciting times, bro. We living in times that you know there's gonna be lack of food, lack of resources. There's gonna be a time where you're gonna barely see men in the streets, man. It's gonna be a lot of things going on. And now y'all can't ignore the things that's going on. You heard the Israelites on the street corners, the true men of the Most High God out there preaching the word of the Most High. All them dumb niggas, what are they doing? And blah, blah, blah. They're bugging. Well, the Lord put us out there and it's for a reason. Now, look at the things that's coming to pass. You can't ignore them, and those things are thus saith the Most High. All the things you're seeing is coming by the Heavenly Father. So even though I got a precept, even though you may think it's weird that brothers go out there and preach, well, this is thus saith the Lord, and the Most High's prophecies are coming to pass, man, and you can't ignore it, right? This is First Peter 4:4, and it says, "Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same access of riot, speaking evil of you." So there's some brothers slacking. So there's some brothers out there that's speaking evil of brothers because we going out and preaching the word, condemning the so-called white man, telling the other nations they're going into captivity after all this wickedness blows over, man. Brothers get mad and brothers think we weird because we not running after the same access as rioters them. Smoking weed, going to the nightclubs, being 18-year-old trying to get into a 21-year-old bar, doing things that's folly, making fake IDs, stealing cars, living that so-called thug life. Well, we gonna see if you gonna be a thug in these last days. We gonna see how thuggish you are in these last days, man. And you gonna come to find out you not a thug, you a pretender, and you a false thug, man. Just like there's false prophets, you a false thug out here. Because when all these plagues and amendments and scourges is put out here, you gonna run and you gonna be scared, man. You brothers that saying you thugging it out right now, y'all scared as hell right now, right? Y'all making all these memes, y'all really scared. Y'all trying to make mirth out of the things, that's serious because you in fear. You're really in fear, right? Now, that was another precept that came up from Khan. Let me get one more precept. Then we're going to go into what's going on right now, right? Because the prophecies, it's like the scriptures talk about what's going on right now, right? You're living in the book of 2nd Ezra 15:16. You're living in a prophetic time. Now, I want Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, and it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry," meaning though it may take a while, "wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will surely come, it will not tarry." So the Lord said, even though the prophecies was taking a little bit of time to take place, he said, wait for it, because when it does come, it will not tarry. Now, this is 2020. What are we? We in March, the 3rd month of the year, and look at all the madness that's going on in this earth, man. The wars brewing up, the coronavirus, the seas turning red, the earthquakes, the famine, the damn plague that the Most High got out there in Africa with the locusts, man. That's 6 things, and there's more in the riots in France, right? The in Australia, the damn whole place was damn near on fire. That's 8 things, right? Let me see if I can think of something else off the top of my head, right? More chariot sightings, right? There's a lot going on, and that happened all in the span of 3 months. The 3 months not even over yet. So the Most High said, when it comes, it will not tarry. And it's here. Prophecy in the end days is here, man. Whether you want to deal with it, admit it, who cares? Because that's what's really going on, Slaki. Right? That's what's really going on in these last days, right? Now, let's get into the scriptures. Some more, right? Let's get Jeremiah 30:7. And it says, Slaki, first I wanted, bear with me, I wanted Ezekiel. Again, I bring this out all the time because, what? If you are a brother in this truth, right, and you call yourself a teacher, right, and a lot of you brothers should be teaching, to the best of your ability, I don't know all things, but I teach what I know, right? And you got to pray and, you know, ask the Most High that you never be confounded. And the Most High will not have you confounded when you're in this truth, man. He will not allow you to be confounded. You know, if there's something that you need to learn, hey, you'll learn it. There's things that, you know, I learned right before going out and preaching and, you know, doing things. And then a brother will come up and ask me that same question and boom. Hey, man's goings are not of his own, man. So you just got to pray to the Most High, and you got to believe, and you got to truly believe in the Most High. You got to believe the Most High not going to have you out there confounded. Right? Some brothers are scared. Oh, I don't want to go out there. What if I get confounded? What if this and that? Didn't the Lord say to be as bold as a lion? The righteous are as bold as a lion, man. All right, paraphrasing. Let me get that. This is the book of Proverbs 28 and verse. This is the book of Proverbs 28 and verse 1. It says the wicked flee when no man pursue it. So if you scared to go out there, you being wicked because you fleeing from the scene and nobody's pursuing you. There's nobody running you down. Hey, get off the streets, man. Soon that's going to happen. But right now, nobody, hey, get the hell off the streets. Get out of here. Right? Nobody's doing that right now. But the righteous are as bold as a lion. So the righteous are bold as lions, man. You got to go out there and preach the word of the Most High, right? When I first came into the truth, man, you know, a month into coming into the truth, the Most High made me go out there, man. I didn't know precepts off the top of my head, but guess what? I took my notes down and I went out there with the notes that I had, and I believed in the Most High, and I knew that the Most High would not allow me to go out there and get confounded. So you got to have faith in the last days and believe in the Most High. Now, you got to go out and preach, like I was saying, as a brother. You got to go out and preach and warn the people, man. And then you teachers that's out there, hey, you gotta be on everything that's happening. Everything that's taking place, you got to be on top of it. Oh, this happened, I'm going to do a video on that. This happened, I'm going to go out there and preach about that. This happened, boom, I'm going to tell this, that. You know, you got to make preparations and plans, and, you know, you got to be on it, right? Because what type of watchman would you be if you're not watching, man? The Lord said to watch and be diligent, right? In 2 Ezra 9, right? Watch thou diligently, right? Or watch the time diligently, paraphrasing, right? And say I was a watchman on, you know, we in the, you know, what's that damn time period called, man? You know, forget it. I can't get it, you know, out. I don't remember right now. But say I'm a watchman on a tower and I'm sitting up. You know, hasn't been war in 5 years. Nothing's been going on around these parts. I put my leg up. I'm sitting up. I'm chewing on the straws, things that the Edomites be chewing on, the damn barley of wheat. I'm chewing on the wheat. You know, I'm kicking back. I got the wine. You know, the Lord did say it's okay to have wine. So, you know, I'm going to drink this wine, and I'm on the tower. I'm a watchman. I'm drinking the wine. And then all hell's breaking loose. This damn army's breaking in to the damn facility that you're supposed to be watching over, and you sitting there drinking wine and reminiscing and talking about some, you know, it hasn't been war in 5 years. Then you look down, it's troops, armies, the damn Persians, Assyrians, the Babylonians, damn Edomites, Moabites, Elamites, Arabics, they all running in through the gates, and the people dying, man. The people dying, all you hear is crying and weeping and mourning and gnashing of teeth. And you up there being slothful, man. So you gotta watch the times diligently, and you gotta teach the people, man. Now this is Jeremiah 37. Ezekiel, my bad. Now I got a couple precepts I want to get into, because this is a good, you know, this is gonna be a good video, most high willing, because it's a lot going on. Right? Ezekiel 33, and there's a lot that's gonna take place, right? Because this video is gonna be on what's gonna happen hereafter, right? Because they got the curfews out. Where I live at in New Jersey, they got an 8 p.m. curfew, man. Do you think I'm sitting here pouting and weeping and gnashing teeth, man? I'm excited because the Most High is coming back to redeem those that keep his commandments. The Lord said, those, paraphrasing, those that keep his commandments shall see no evil thing, man. So if you're in this truth and all these things is taking place, you shouldn't fear nothing, right? You shouldn't have a lick of fear in you, man. And if you do, go fast that out. Go pray it out, right? It's time to quit you like a man. Let me get that real quick. Slaki. Let me get that real quick. You know, First Corinthians Bear with me. 1 Corinthians 16 and verse 13. Bear with me, bear with me. So this is the book of 1 Corinthians 16 and verse 13. And it says, watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quit you like a man, be strong. It's time to be strong in these last days, and you got to quit yourself like a man, right? Say it's damn war all out. You are a man in the king's army. It's war breaking loose. The king is warning you, hey, knocking on the door, putting notes on the door. You go on the door, you see the note, war is approaching, quit you like a man, right? You looking at the note, and then you got your battle armor over there, your helmet, your sword. You know, it's over there in the closet. You're like, I don't know. I don't know. What if I don't make it? You don't got faith, man. You lacking faith, and you're not quitting yourself like a man. You're supposed to. You see the note on the door, you get excited. Yeah, let's go. I'm a man of the king. You know, I'm a servant of the king. You go and run and get your garments, put it all on, your shield and everything on, and you got the utmost faith, man. That's what you got to do. Right? Now this is Ezekiel 33 and verse 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. So the house of Israel, watching over Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. So we know the things that's happening, and we see it happening, you know, in life, in the scriptures. If you read, man, if you read these scriptures, you know everything that's going to happen. Right? Didn't the Lord say to go into the scriptures? Right? Lord said, seek ye out of the book and read. Saki, let me go to Isaiah real quick. So I'm going to go to Isaiah 34, and I believe it's verse 16. Isaiah 34 and verse 16. And it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. No, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. So the Lord says, seek ye out of the book and read, and not one of these things, paraphrasing, shall fail, man. All these things you finding in the scriptures, it's not failing. Because all the brothers that's being diligent in this truth, you seeing the things taking place, and you taking notes. Okay, I seen that in Esdras. Second Esdras. Such and such verse. Okay, this is Ezekiel. All right, this is Zephaniah. All right, this is Zechariah. All right, this is Isaiah. All right, this is Habakkuk. Right? So you know by watching and reading, you know what's going on. Right? Best believe the brothers that's being diligent, they know exactly what's going on. And I'm sure those brothers is getting on this topic. They getting on it, man. Right? The brothers I learned from, they getting on this, man. You're supposed to be doing that. You got to get on this. You got to be a watchman. You got to watch your people, man. Right? A lot of you Jake say you ride or die, but you're not watching for nobody, man. You watching for yourself. Right? You got to watch for the people. Now, this is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. And it says, alas, for that day is great. For that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? And you only going to be saved if you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High going to save you out of these times if you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right? So the point is, the Lord said, you know, it is even the day, you know, alas, for that day is great. Not great like, oh, we about to go on the damn beach. We about to get the lunch packet, the lunch box, put some sandwiches in there, Capri Suns, some Doritos, and we about to go out there on the beach, put the umbrella up, sit down, lay down on the beach, watch the sand, watch the sea, the sea roaring and the waves and everybody in the water. You know, you going swimming, you diving in there, you putting your feet in the water. That's not what's going on. He's saying that day is great because it's a day of great darkness. Right? Let's get a precept on that. Right? This is Amos. I want Amos. Sorry, I think I want Joel. Khan. I'm gonna get Amos. Bear with me. So this is the book of Amos. Amos 5 and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Now that's talking about the Christians and the the so-called Jehovah Witness, I'm not going to say that, and the so-called believers of the Most High. A lot of you, well, I can't wait till the Lord comes back, and da-da-da-da-da. Yet you wasn't doing nothing for the Most High. That day, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So that day is going to be a day of darkness. It's not going to be a day of kisses and hugs and loves and dandelions and lilies. Oh, it did say in the book of Proverbs, the Most High's favorite flower is the lily. Oh yeah, the Lord does love doves, so he's gonna come back and give us doves and that's not what's going on. He said great darkness is coming. He said, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. You wicked, slothful servants out there that desire the day of the Lord, so-called anyway, right? You're gonna be destroyed, man. Right, so it says, I'm gonna read it again, Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's him. That him and he is those that's keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments of the Most High God. Now, let's go into the Apocrypha, the juice, right? This is what you call, what do you Jake say now, man? This the wave right now. Second Esdras 15 and 16. The whole Second Esdras is a wave. This is the wave, and if you don't know how to ride that surfboard correctly, you're going to fall in those waves and you're going to drown, man. So you better know what's going on. You better quit yourself like a man. Because, hey, these scriptures I'm about to go into, it ain't nothing for a faithful, weary-hearted man and female. Right? You females y'all gotta be like Esther, man. Deliver her people. You gotta be like that. You can't be I'm just a woman. I'm gonna run and put my tail between my behind. That's not what you gotta do. You gotta quit yourself like Esther. That's what you better do. Now, first, I'm going to start off with 2nd Esdras 5. So this is the book of 2nd Esdras 5 and verse 1. And it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, meaning signs, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. Are they going to be taken to the park, the playground? And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Now, let's go back into the Bible, right? So it said the truth shall be hidden. Doesn't that sound familiar? You brothers that's watching, that's being diligent, I know you know what scripture I'm going to go to, man. You know what I'm going to go to. This is book of Amos 8 and verse 11. You see, I know you know what I'm going to go to. Because you're being diligent. You're not being a slothful servant. Amos 8 and verse 11, and it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north, even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it, man. So the Lord said in 2nd Esdras 5, bear with me. He said in 2nd Esdras 5, he said, in the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, meaning they're not going to have no faith in those last days. Now, why is Amos saying the same thing now? Because the scriptures link up. You got to do precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Now we're going to go to Isaiah 28. This is the book of Isaiah 28 and verse 10. Can you close that? This is the book of Isaiah 28 and verse 10. And it says, I can't read that. This is the book of Isaiah 28 and verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So the Lord said you got to go precept upon precept. So when he said in 2nd Esdras 5 that there's going to be a time where there ain't going to be no faith and the truth will be hidden. Now when you go to Amos, you're seeing the same thing. You're seeing the same exact thing that's being said in the book of 2nd Esdras, man. And if you wasn't seeking the Most High, he's not going to hear you, man. He is not going to hear you in those days. I'm trying to tell you. Right? Let me get a precept. Micah. Let me get Micah. It's the book of Micah 3 and verse 4. This is the book of Micah 3 and verse 4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings. So the Lord said He gonna hide His face from them in those times, and that time is in the day of Jacob's trouble, man. He gonna hide Himself from you because y'all was laughing and scorning. The Most High is not coming back, such and such. Oh, this and that. Oh, nothing's gonna happen, and etc. etc. What the Most High says otherwise. Now this is the book of Proverbs. Bear with me. I can't deal with that right now. I don't even know what that says. This is the book of Proverbs, Saki, Israel.
I'm going to read more. I'll be back.
And bear with me. I forgot the hell I wanted.
Give me a cuss word.
Con. Proverbs 1 and verse 26. Right? Bear with me, bear with me. This is the book of Proverbs 1 and verse 26. And it says, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So if you ain't choose the fear of the Most High, bear with me. If you ain't choose the fear of the Most High in these days, and before all hell broke loose, if you ain't choose the fear of the Most High, He's not going to hear you. He's going to laugh at you. He going to be that same man that was being slothful, that slothful watchman. He going to sit up and he going to look with the barley of wheat in his mouth. Look at these goofy jakes, man. Look at these wicked and slothful servants, man. Look at these slothful and liars and hypocrites, man. Dying and trying to call upon me now. The Lord said it ain't time for that. That time has passed. That ship has sailed. Now let's go back to 2nd Ezra. And it says, verse 2, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly. So this land, this earth, now it's losing, it's withering away, man. Right? You go back to last year, y'all would call this world so-called thriving. I get to go smoke my weed. I get to wake and bake. I get to wake up, drink my Henny. I get to wake up, do whatever I want, call out of work, go play basketball, go watch the NBA game from last night, right? That world is finished, man. You're not watching no more basketball. Basketball is over. Basketball is over. Playing basketball is over. Smoking weed is going to be over. Drinking Henny is going to be over. All that stuff is coming to an end. This world that had root, it's going to be suddenly wasted, man. Right? Now, let's go back into the wave. Now, this is 2nd Ezra 5 and verse 6 and verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The